Welcome back to another living low impact video here on my channel, where I tell you about the little changes I'm making to my lifestyle to live a little bit more sustainably here in London. And today I'm going to be telling you about this. It's my reusable coffee cup, and it's a little change that I made about 3 months ago. I was drinking about 5 cups of coffee a day, and I felt that throwing away all of these single-use disposable coffee cups was a bit unnecessary. So that's why I got this to deal with that problem. So although it depends a little bit on where you get your numbers, there seems to be at least tens of billions of these single-use cups going to landfill every year. And until not long ago, I was adding my fair share to this number. And what's at the heart of this issue is that most of these single-use cups, which are handed out by these well-known coffee chains, as well as some of the smaller independent cafes, they have a plastic coating on the inside. And what this does is to make sure that the paper cup that you're using doesn't get ruined by the hot liquid inside. But what it also does is to make the cup practically unrecyclable. Now, I've read that some facilities can recycle them, some don't mind, but generally many facilities do mind, and it's very difficult to remove this plastic coating on the inside of the cup. Now, whether or not we can make these disposable cups easily recyclable, I think that in the end it comes down to the behaviour of the people using these cups. And one interesting finding I came across was that only 1 in 400 of these recyclable paper cups are actually finding their way to recycling in the end. And I have my doubts that even if all the disposable cups didn't have this plastic coating, whether or not they would find their way into recycling. And I think that's just because it's so much easier, at least here in London, to find a general waste bin than a recycling bin. So you can probably see for yourself how this whole discussion of whether it's feasible or easy to remove the plastic coating from the inside of the cup is a bit of a waste of time, because in the end there's a much more easy and much more simple alternative, and that is just to get a reusable coffee cup, and that's what I did. Now, there's lots of different models and a few different companies on the market selling these, and at least here in the UK many of the main supermarkets are even bringing out their own models. And there's a few reasons why I got this model from a company called Keep Cup. And the first of these is that it's made from really nice materials. It's got a glass cup with a natural cork handhold on the outside. And this means that it's really nice to drink from, it's really nice to hold. Now, the second point that I looked at when I was going to buy one of these was that I wanted a really secure lid, and that's what this one has. And what that does is, once I've got the coffee in and I've closed it, it makes me feel like the coffee's not going to easily spill out. On the lid, it has this swivel part where you can either close the mouth hole or you can open it so you can drink straight from it. And that swivel part has a nice little triangle, so that once you've closed that and put that in the mouth hole, then the lid is really secure and you're generally not going to get any coffee spilling out. And finally, I think that this was a really good size to get. It was a 12-ounce cup, and what that means is it fits into my bag really easily, but also it's big enough so that if I'm drinking water from it, I don't find myself having to refill the cup all of the time. Now, another benefit that I found after using this cup for 3 months is that it functions absolutely perfectly as another glass or another cup. So if I have friends round or family round, then I don't need to own many more extra cups or mugs for them to drink from. Okay, so from an impact perspective, the company which makes this cup says that it takes about 15 disposable cups to break even with the energy and the materials that it takes to make this cup. So for me, drinking about 5 coffees a week, that would have taken me only a few weeks to break even. And from now on, all of the coffees that I drink from this are essentially profit, so to speak. So every time I'm using this, I'm eliminating the demand for a paper cup and eliminating the need for a paper cup to go into either recycling or into landfill afterwards. So as you might have seen in my introductory videos for this channel, over the coming years I'm going to be keeping an eye on the amount of recyclable and the amount of landfill waste that I produce. And if we were to just do a really conservative quick calculation, let's say I drink just 3 cups of coffee a week, and taking into account that the disposable cup which I bought for the purpose of this video weighed 11 grams and the lid weighs another 2 grams, then over a week that's 40 grams. And I know that 40 grams doesn't sound that much just by itself, but over a year for me that's already 2 kilograms or 4.5 pounds of waste that I could be eliminating. So for me, getting this reusable coffee cup is just a really quick, easy step in heading towards a zero waste lifestyle. Before I go, I just want to say that during these last 3 months that I've had this reusable coffee cup, I have had maybe 5 occasions where, for whatever reason, I had forgotten to take my reusable coffee cup and I really wanted a coffee, and so I just ended up getting a normal disposable cup. And the commitment that I want to make in this video is that from today forwards, if I find myself without my reusable coffee cup, then that's just too bad. That day I'm just not going to be able to take away a coffee. Alright, so that is it for this video, and I'd like to say that if any of you are thinking about getting a reusable coffee cup, then I can really strongly recommend the one that I have. It's great materials, the lid is really secure, and it's also a handy size. So getting this coffee cup is just one of the ways that I'm trying to move toward a sustainable lifestyle, and in my coming videos I'm going to be showing you more of the ways that I'm doing that. But for now, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.